Have you ever pondered on the question, what are the issues that the average citizen grapples with daily? The issues are many, and they impact the life of the common man in profound ways. First, there's the issue of social justice, or rather the lack thereof. Inequality and unfair distribution of resources and opportunities are rampant. This means that life becomes a constant struggle for the average citizen, while the wealthy and powerful continue to reap benefits. Next, we have the problem of amenities, or the absence of them. Basic public services like clean water, electricity, and sanitation are either non-existent or unreliable. This forces many families to opt for expensive alternatives, further straining their income. Then there's the issue of condescending and inhumane government policies. These policies often seem detached from the realities faced by ordinary people, ignoring the needs of the most vulnerable and imposing harsh conditions that make survival difficult. Road infrastructure is another area of concern. Poor roads hamper transportation and the movement of goods, making everyday activities like commuting to work or transporting goods more challenging and costly. Housing, or rather the lack of it, is another significant issue. The absence of affordable housing options leaves many families living in substandard conditions or grappling with high rent, which takes a significant chunk out of their income. We cannot ignore the decapitated state of medical facilities nationwide. Our healthcare system is broken, with poorly equipped hospitals, inadequate staff, and a lack of essential medicines. This forces many people to opt for pricey private healthcare or face untreated illnesses. The commercialization of education is another problem. Many schools prioritize profit over quality education, making it difficult for families with average incomes to afford good schooling for their children. The lack of infrastructure for sustainable growth also hampers progress. Lack of investment in critical infrastructure such as energy, technology, and transportation limits job opportunities and economic growth. Maintenance culture is virtually non-existent. Existing infrastructure and facilities are often neglected and poorly maintained, leading to rapid deterioration and forcing people to cope with broken systems. Corrupt politicians are another issue. Corruption drains public resources, resulting in poor service delivery and a lack of trust in leadership. This corruption makes it harder for the average person to access opportunities or benefit from government programs. Poverty is rampant. High levels of poverty mean that many families struggle to afford basic needs like food, shelter, and education, limiting opportunities for upward mobility. The minimum wage is another issue. It's too low to meet the cost of living, forcing many people to work multiple jobs or live in poverty despite being employed. Finally, there's the issue of lack of plans for people aged 22 to 35. This age group, which is the most productive, faces unemployment, underemployment, and a lack of empowerment programs. This results in wasted potential and frustration among young adults. In summary, the average citizen faces a myriad of issues, from social injustice, lack of amenities, condescending government policies, poor road infrastructure, lack of housing, decapitated medical facilities, commercialization of education, absence of sustainable growth infrastructure, poor maintenance culture, corrupt politicians, rampant poverty, a horrible minimum wage bill, to the lack of plans for the most productive age group. It's a tough battle, but awareness and understanding are the first steps towards change.